continue growing and integrate these AI agents to their support and sales. So why? Because it's literally 2-3 times cheaper than human employees. Also, your AI agents, they work 24/7, so they don't need breaks, they don't need weekends and holidays. Also, they never fatigue, so they deliver the same quality of customer experience. Doesn't matter it's 9 a.m. or 8 p.m. or it's at night, right? Also, zero deviation. So sometimes people, they feel different feelings, but AI agent, they don't feel at all. So they provide the same customer experience, and they never argue with clients. They every time polite. So you know it, how it's in ChatGPT, for example. If you use a ChatGPT, it's always polite. It support you. It's never like argue or trying to be aggressive, right? And what's one more important thing is that every call, every communication that AI agent makes with your client is will be evaluated and scored and searchable. So it's 100%, evaluated, right? With people, sometimes it's difficult to evaluate the communication. You just have to trust your employees. But here, the AI evaluate AI, so it's 100% scored and searchable. So today's webinar about adoption gap, right? Maybe you hear that McKinsey said last year that 70% of AI pilots with enterprises failed, right? And I can say that we made a lot of mistakes last year with our customers, and this is a list of top 4 reasons why AI pilot could fail, right? So the first thing is integration depth, right? So to be successful for agent, it should have access to the same systems that your employees have. Like it could be a calendar or a CRM system, a help desk system, or telephony or chat or something else, right? And sometimes when companies try to run pilot faster, they just avoid some integrations because integration takes time, right? So they connect to Google spreadsheet and go in production, right? And this is, I see the main problem, the main reason why a pilot could fail, because agent just don't have enough data and access to systems to operate successfully. So the second problem is the team resistance, right? So we know that the change is difficult, and especially if this change displays your work, right? So if it or budget, for example, right? So more important is a budget. So budget slowly migrating from one manager's inside the organization to another one, right? So for example, from head of customer support to a chief product officer or IT department, right? Because your customer support becomes a software. It means that you need different managers to manage this process now, right? And sometimes managers inside the organization, they block some decisions, or they write negative reports only because they protect their budget and their job, right? The third thing is trust. It's hard to explain, but in general, people don't believe AI. So in general, so it's a basic level. When we start working with companies, with our clients, they don't believe it exists, it works, right? So, and this is a basic level when you start integrate voice AI agents. So people don't believe that it works. So you have somehow prove that it works, make some demos, give them phone numbers of your previous clients, right? And one step by step, build trust with your clients. So it still exists. Even ChatGPT has like 300 million users now. People don't trust it. And the third thing, the last thing is unclear return of investment, right? So some companies, they run pilot with AI agents only because their board said that they have to run pilot projects with AI agents, right? And they start doing something only to show that they are effective managers, right? But effective managers mean that you have clear metrics on what will change after you implement AI agent. Better to have one metric, to be honest, for start, right? And sometimes just managers, they uh, frustrate about opportunities, or they just don't know about the opportunities of AI and how it can change the business metrics. And in the end of the pilot project, the ROI is unclear. So nobody understand what happened. Something happened, but nobody understand what happened exactly. So a quick tech dive about how voice AI works and how AI call center works. So we have 7 layers of technology that works at the same time with less than 1 second of latency between what you said and that AI agent answer you, right? So the first is a telephony system that convert real conversation into signal, right? So the second is a speech to text AI model that converts signal to text, right? So it just understands what you said and convert it to text, right? Then we have on another end we have text to speech model that convert text to AI generated voice, right? On the third level, we have LLM brain. Like usually it's a ChatGPT or Gemini or Quen or another model like that have this text from the conversation, what you said from STT model. Then using prompt, it think about this text and create answer, right? And send this text answer to text to speech model that after will generate a voice, right? And send it to telephony. On the fourth level, we have voice orchestration platform that orchestrate this speech-to-text LLM and text-to-speech model in a way it worked in a fast way. So in the real conversation, we spend around 1.5 seconds between you said something and I answer. It's like a normal human communication. If it already 2 or 3 seconds, it means that something go wrong, especially by phone when I don't see you. I start nervous. So we need to do all the process in a 1 second around, right? So this voice orchestration layer is responsible to do it in 1 second, and also responsible for turn taking, right? So if I'm talking now, and for example, Jan will decide to ask a question, the system should understand that, Jan, it's not a noise, it's not someone coughing, right? It's Jan speaking. So I have to stop talking and listen his question to answer, right? So this turn taking is also a part of voice orchestration layer. Fifth layer is agentic workflow, where your head of sales or head of customer support create a logic, right? For example, first you have to agent should say that he is an agent, he works in Range Rover, and he is happy to answer your questions, right? So the second, agent should understand what type of issue client has, right? It depends on issue. It should like direct this conversation to agent that schedule an appointment, right? Or agent that responsible for, I don't know, any emergency situation, or it has to transfer this call to a real human operator. So this is a workflow logic inside the one conversation that your managers build as a prompts, as a different prompts, the different rules um, uh, to achieve your business goals, right? So the sixth layer is a tools layer. For example, if the client want to schedule an appointment for service, for example, the agent have to have access to your scheduling system to see availabilities and then book an appointment, right? So these tools, it could be CRM, it could be your database of your available cars, or it should be email, for example. If the client asks me to send an email with details or payment link or whatever, so all these third-party services, they are tools for AI agent, and it should be integrated properly. It's a sixth layer. And the seventh layer is quality assurance or analytics or security level. When we, another model, one more model, have to analyze the conversation and based on the history of previous conversations, right, evaluate this conversation and understand, for example, maybe my client asked me to call back in an hour because now he's busy in car, right? Or they was angry and it was very bad experience. So we have to send it to a human operator who will evaluate the call recordings and analyze why it was so bad, right? Or for it could be a big list of possible um, uh, like scenarios. What could be after the conversation, and this layer responsible for understanding and next steps. So this is how AI call center works. So what's next? I want to share more about our use cases, but I'm happy today because one of our client, Andrew from Algonova here, and he will share this case by himself. Yeah, he will share more by himself a bit later. What I want to share more, it's what was real problems that we solved for the last 2 years and what we expect to be our trends in the next 2 years regarding to voice AI conversations. So what's not a problem anymore? So what problems we already solved? So the first is a latency breaks that I said. If you talk with AI agents before, sometimes it took a bit longer than normal human conversations to answer. So now it's not a problem anymore. Sometimes the problem is that agents answer too fast. So we have to a bit slow them down. Also, accuracy of different languages or dialects or noise, right? In general, in main languages, it's not a problem anymore. So the voice AI really good in understanding of different dialects, even it's English or it's I don't know Indonesian or other like Latam dialect of Spanish, like Colombian Spanish or something like this. So models are so good now that they understand it even better than humans. The third thing that the first like change that we had the last 2 years is compliance. companies, their compliance services ask a lot of questions about personal data, and we use like 4-5 different LLM models during one short call, right? One phone conversation, and every model hosts in different place, right? And sometimes developers of these models use this data to train their new models, right? So last 2 years, the world have fixed this problem. So now we have enterprise contracts, we have enterprise level of security, GDPR compliant, HIPAA compliant, and a data protection management. So it's not a problem anymore. This problem solved, right? And number four, it was evaluation mess. So it problem still solving right now. It's a technical problem. It's more about when you build voice AI agent, you have to be sure that this agent can handle the all 100% of possible cases, right? And to be sure, you have to talk with this agent like a human, like a client, about everything, about every possible situation that you can imagine. And it took like a very long time, sometimes months, to test the agent, to test all tools that agent use, and so on and so forth. Sometimes only testing of AI agent takes months, right? But now we have automatic evaluation agents that do like 80% of these tests automatically. So what about next few years? As I see in the next few years, what we're trying to do is to build AI agentic operator, right? So now AI agents, calling agents, chat agents, LinkedIn agents, like email agents, they solve just one narrow case, and if you want to solve another case, you have to develop the second, right? The third, the fourth. And some companies, they already have tens of different agents that solve different cases. But when you have, for example, 20 or 50 or 100 agents, it's now difficult to manage all of them, right? And the next stage of AI agentic for customer experience is to create the agent manager, right? Who will autonomically manage all customer communication in every channel, right? It will know that, for example, if you bought a car a year ago, like next month, we have to invite you for service, right? Or ask you feedback about the car or something like this. And it will be not manual workflow anymore. It will be AI agent that make a decision by himself and they decide when, who, and how to communicate with your clients, what channel to use, and what result we expect from him, right? So this is, as I see, the next level of AI agents for customer experience. If you think about a pilot project with Voice AI, so this is a easy 4 steps that you can use to launch your first Voice AI agents. That's it. Happy to answer your questions.